Well, welcome everyone. It's my pleasure to once again this year for 2016 be the host for the interviews for the C.A.R.B Hall of Fame. And we have got Debbie Kraft Burgman here, and she's going to be inducted into the C.A.R.B Hall of Fame this year. First off, Debbie, let me say congratulations on being inducted into the C.A.R.B Hall of Fame. I'm sure you feel honored.
I do. Thank you very much.
Yeah. It's got to be, it's a who's who of Kansas City racing, so it has to be quite an honor. And after reading your bio and going over a lot of your information, you're very appreciative of, that's probably not the right word, but you're deserving of this award very much, because man, it's been pretty much a lifetime of serving and doing for others, and what more can you have better for racing than to have something like that? But Debbie, you were born into a racing family. Your dad, Charlie, of course, raced around here at many tracks in the Kansas City area. Your mom, Betty, she was involved with C.A.R.B, and a racer's wife and doing all that stuff. So it wasn't anything that was kind of sprung up on you there for all of a sudden.
Born into the family, so it's just born into your blood, and it's part of your life.
I was going to say,
it's my second family, really.
Yeah. And I know you were around it a lot, because Charlie raced sometimes 3 times a weekend. So you guys were at the track. You knew all the racing families, and it was kind of a big deal back then. It was still pretty much a family deal.
Yep. It is. I mean, I still have family that work at the track. So.
And I know Al Burke, you have to mention, we're going to talk about your dad, you have to mention Al Burke, because they were partners on quite a bit of that stuff. And of course, with little Al, which that's kind of a joke when I say that, because he's about twice the size of his dad, as I recall. But Al Burke, and I'm at the moment, I can't remember the daughter's name. Linda, who has been scorekeeper and stuff at several area tracks.
And she's still involved, because she's with C.A.R.B and with the Hall of Fame also. She is vice president of the Hall of Fame, so she's still involved just the same as me.
Like I say, kind of just goes through the generations and comes on down.
Yep.
Debbie, do you recall any of those early years traveling around with your mom and dad going to the races? Is there anything that sticks out about that? Just a lot of traveling, a lot of time on the road, anything?
No, just the different tracks, trying to remember all the different tracks. I mean, I was pretty young, I think, when he raced at the Bonner track. And
I was out there once. I saw him race.
Yeah.
Were you there the day that he went over the highway?
Well, Mom would always talk about it. Somebody would say, so somebody went off over the side, and she says, oh, that was just Chuck. He'll be back. So he'd come back up on the other side. So. Yeah, I mean, I remember going to Sedalia, and of course Olympic and Riverside, and the old Lakeside. When he quit racing, then he helped maintain the track over there on Leavenworth Road, Lakeside, and then the one over here in Walcott too. So, yeah.
I think this honor that you're receiving is a lot about the work that you have done over the years as far as working at tracks and with C.A.R.B. What was one of the first jobs that you had at a track? I know you kind of mentioned in the 60s that you were helping Bob and Sarah Morgan with the programs at Lakeside and working at the back gate. Tell us just a little bit about that.
I think it was at Riverside. I kind of helped a little bit with Sarah, and Bob was photographer there, and I'd help her. But I can remember going to Riverside and helping Dad at the back gate, stapling the pit passes on the guys'
their sleeves,
the drivers' shirts up on the neck, or the
So what was it, kind of like a little ticket or something? Or?
It was a little square pit pass. I probably
might have one around.
Have some of Dad's down in his briefcase, and then he'd just staple it on the shirt, and that was their pit pass to get in the pits.
No wristbands in.
No, that was at Riverside. I don't remember doing a whole lot of work stuff at Lakes or Olympic. I remember Pop Hartman was the gate caretaker there. He watched that pit gate and that, but I don't remember. I did a lot of awarding trophies and stuff over there at Olympic and Riverside too.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think you mentioned that one of your favorite memories was presenting a trophy to somebody at Olympic, and who was that?
Dale Moore. He was the first driver I ever gave a trophy to, was Dale Moore.
Yeah, and how old were you?
I'm going to guess probably 10 or 12, somewhere in that area. But yeah.
Well, did he give you a kiss on the cheek or anything like that?
I don't even remember, but he probably did.
Oh yeah, that takes us back a while. It takes us back a while.
He still talks about that. He remembers it. So
I'll be darned, really.
Yeah, I have a picture.
Yeah. Oh, that's really neat. In the 70s, we're kind of jumping through decades here. In the 70s, you were helping out at the old Lakeside, I-70 and Shawnee racetracks, and doing some work or working for Ed Southall at those tracks.
Yep.
Tell us anything about Ed. I mean, kind of a character, as I recall.
Oh yeah, he was. He was quite a different kind of character. But yeah, I worked at the back gate, at the pit gate, I guess, at the old Lakeside down there with Bev Parnell and my sister Diane and Sarah Morgan, Burke now. But worked there, and then at I-70, we'd go then to I-70 and worked at the pit shack there, and then also on Sundays we'd go to the Shawnee track, Topeka Raceway Park, and work the pit gate there.
Yeah. I know you were talking a little bit about also at the new Lakeside. For a while, you had a vehicle that was the pit gate or barn or whatever you want to call it.
Yep, where the ticket booth is there at the front gate now, just between there and that barn that's there. My van would park, and that's where the drivers would pull up and
just swing open the doors.
Open the doors. We had a table set and our money tray inside there, and they'd sign in and go in the pits. Yeah.
Well,
so I don't remember the year or how long we'd done that until they built that pit shack back there where it's at now.
Yeah. I imagine some of those cold races, that van might have been better than that pit shack.
Probably.
Because that thing's pretty breezy from what I can see.
Yeah, it gets pretty cold down there in the spring and fall.
Yeah. What did a pit pass cost in the old days? Do you remember by any chance? I mean, I know they're like $35 now, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's 30 at Lakeside.
I know I've sprung this on you. I didn't.
Probably. Let's see, Lakeside, what it is now, opened in '89. I'm gonna guess $15. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always more than, of course, a grandstand, but grandstand back then might have been $8.
$7 or $8, as I recall. Yeah, something like that.
So it was probably 12 or 15 to get in the pits.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't say this, but the price of pit passes is going up, but the money that they win is staying the same. Something doesn't seem right there. But anyway, we won't touch on that. We'll just mention it and move on.
Yeah. I don't have any part of that. I just know what goes on at the back gate.
You know, that's a lot of years that you've worked behind the scenes, and you know, I think a lot of people just don't realize what all takes place at the track, or the people that have to operate what goes on behind the scenes. And you've been one of those people that have done so many of those jobs over the years. Doing that for so long, is there a particular memory that stands out to you of something that, or somebody, or that you've met at the pit shack?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I met Carl Edwards.
No, she smiles a lot when she says that, and laughs. I don't know. Must have been a fun experience.
Yes, it was.
Carl is a nice guy.
Yeah, he came in, and the first year he come in on a motorcycle and takes his helmet off, and you know, you kind of see his grin, and he's like, "Hi, I'm Carl Edwards." I'm like, "Yeah, I know that."
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, and so I got his picture, with me that year, and then the next year he came back. I had him autograph that picture, and then we got a new one.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, it was his girlfriend. My camera wasn't working, and so I got out a new battery, and he goes, "Here, let me take care of that for you." So he changed the battery in my camera, and his girlfriend took the picture, and so we have another picture. So that was in 2008 and 2009. That
now it's his wife.
Now he's married to.
Yeah. Sounds like quite a thrilling experience.
Yeah, it was cool, and I have a witness because Vicki Wantland was there. She knows. She saw what he did, and just cool. I mean, that's a big memory to me to have somebody as nice as that to come and actually change your battery in your camera. Yeah.
Well, it kind of has to be kind of a shock too, because I'm sure you're probably sitting there, doing some stuff and being busy, and all of a sudden you look up and, like you say, and let's face it, at Lakeside, there have probably been many different, I'm going to call them celebrity drivers that have come through there. I know you mentioned Kenny Wallace.
Kenny Wallace has come through, and I have my picture with him, and Kevin Harvick came through one year with Clint Boyer, and I've got a picture with Rutledge Wood, one of the years that Carl was there.
Mm-hmm. Schrader
has come. I got a picture with him and autographs. So.
And of course, probably every big name dirt track driver in the United States, because let's face it, I mean, they've had USAC there, World of Outlaws, Lucas Oil Late Models.
Yeah, because I've seen Kinzer and Lasowski and Sammy Swindell, and they've all. In fact, this last year we went down in the pits. I took my cousin's grandson down to see Steve Kinzer and all of them, so he was excited about that.
Oh yeah, it's kind of a neat deal. I tell people how surprised I am, and I have to bring up this story. I can remember years and years ago at Riverside, you and your mom sitting together, and I said something to you about, boy, I sure would sometime kind of like to either write some pieces about racing or be involved in it somehow. And I never figured in my wildest imagination that it would end up where it has, and getting to do that. And I'm sure you kind of feel the same way. I'm sure you never figured that you'd get to meet all of those people and get to do that.
No. I can even remember at Riverside where we sat there, when Al Manning would come out onto the track, he'd throw flowers or roses up to the grandstand.
Didn't he drive for a florist?
Yes.
That's what.
He was a florist, or he was.
Oh, Manning?
Al Manning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he had a florist or owned, I can't remember now, but I remember he would throw flowers up there to the grandstands,
Crazy.
That was way back.
That was way back. I'm going to guess 50s, early 60s.
Probably in the 60s. I mean, I probably don't remember it in the 50s, but I can. Yeah, I'm going to say what I can remember was
early
probably
60s.
60s.
Yeah. Debbie, the list of racing organizations that you've belonged to is a who's who of racing organizations here in the Midwest. Let's just, how about the Midwest, or the Mid-America Auto Racing Association, NASCAR, USRA, IMCA. Like I say, they're all racing household names, so to speak, for area racers and race fans. I did want to ask you, what sanctioning did the Mid-America Auto Racing Association sanction? Was that something your dad raced in? Was that like...
that's what they had years back at...
Sportsman?
Probably the sports, what they called a sportsman class.
Yeah, or super modified.
Modified,
Super modified.
Of course, not like the modifieds today, but that's
open
probably,
wheel.
Any kind of open wheel.
Predecessors to the sprint cars.
Right.
So that was at probably most or all of the area tracks, Riverside, Lakeside, Olympic?
I can remember, Riverside and Olympic I remember, but I don't remember when Lakeside was NASCAR. I guess when they came to the track in Walcott, I don't think.
When the new one opened, I think they were NASCAR then.
Yeah.
there again, had to be a pretty neat deal. I mean, like I say, man, that's everything we know about racing here in the Midwest. I'm trying to remember IMCA. How were you connected with them? Was that a track you were working at?
At I-35. They were
I-35.
IMCA. The drivers had, when I worked the pit gate up there, they had to belong to IMCA.
Yeah.
And then we signed them in as IMCA. I wasn't officially an IMCA person, but I worked at an IMCA track, so
right. You had to belong.
I had to consider that as IMCA. I mean, I wasn't actually a member of IMCA.
Yeah. Second, but not of any less value, is what you've been associated with Central Auto Racing Boosters. You have served as a board member, a historian, you've handled the hospitality, and now you are historian for the C.A.R.B Hall of Fame. Now, I can't think of anything that would be much more impressive than to be the historian for the C.A.R.B Hall of Fame. I mean, that's got to be quite a deal.
Yeah, that's something I like to do, is just collect all of the stuff throughout the year and then make a book and put it together. But yeah, and now this year, Skip Richardson is president of C.A.R.B, and he asked me to be historian for C.A.R.B again. So I am historian for C.A.R.B and then the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I know that's got to be fun. Plus, I've been told that if anybody wants to know anything about C.A.R.B, you've got to talk to Debbie.
No.
Because they say that
I have a bag that I carry everything in. My kids call it the library. And so I'm looking for one of those, a bag like that with wheels, so I don't have to carry it and wheel it around. So.
I was going to say, I heard your nickname was the bag lady, so.
Yeah, I have a lot of bags.
C.A.R.B is really a really unique organization, and I'm really glad that we have it here in Kansas City to help present, or that's not the correct word, keep the history of racing here in the Kansas City area, so that, you know, generations on down the line can look back. Because I know, to me, it's so much fun to look back kind of during Charlie's career and some of those racers before that, and to have had the ability to actually see some of them race, and for C.A.R.B to preserve that and to keep it for us is really special.
And especially with the benevolent fund that they can help the drivers with if they get hurt or whatever. So that's a big part of helping the drivers there. So.
Yeah. And C.A.R.B's been pretty appreciative of what you've done. I can't talk today. They've been really appreciative of what you've done. You won the Linda Lose Commitment Award in 2000. You've won the Virginia Nelson Achievement Award in 2005. You are also a C.A.R.B Life member, which they don't do for just anybody. And also the Kraft family, which I am proud to be a member of, kind of on the sidelines from you guys. But anyway, still a Kraft. Has won the Carrick Family Award. Plus, you have won the Award of Appreciation for Outstanding Service to C.A.R.B. You know, Debbie, I don't know, there might not be anything left except Driver of the Year. And I don't know, you might be getting past that age where you're going to do that one.
No, I tried to drive in a powder puff once. I got in Tom Charles's car at CMS and thought I'd go out. There was a field out there, and I said, well, let me try it out. So I went around in a circle, and I come back in, and I said, this is not for me. So no, I've never drove a car, but it's just, you know, racing is part of your life. I can do everything else, but I'm not going to drive a race car. Yeah,
well, and the thing about that is we have to have these people behind the scenes to help support the track and do that stuff that has to be done. And it just sounds like you've been one of those people that has been there to do that. But you really must be appreciative and honored for all these awards that you have won with C.A.R.B.
Yep, I have them downstairs. Different plaques and things that I've won, And then this last year, at C.A.R.B banquet, our Burgman family
Mhm.
won the Carrick Family Award too. So
Uh-huh. How neat. That's two of them then.
yeah.
Wow, that's pretty slick.
Mhm.
Well, Debbie, without a doubt, congratulations on being nominated into the 2016 C.A.R.B Hall of Fame. I'll pronounce it right. And there again, I'm sure you're honored on that. And just let me add my congratulations to
No,
that.
thank you very much. Feels good.
Well, I'm looking forward to the banquet and for you to have to go up there and talk in front of
Oh,
that big
yeah.
crowd. So I'll be looking forward to that. But Debbie, once again, congratulations.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It's a great honor to be there.
In with your dad.
Yeah.
In with Dad. Okay. Thanks a lot, gal.
Thank you.